some people.
How much cash does it cost taxpayers to import a single unvetted Muslim warrior from the Middle East? Your guess is as good as the federal government's, because the federal government does not have a clue what the cost is. Hello, this is Charles Benninghoff, and today I'll be talking about the great refugee resettlement ripoff that is called the Refugee Act of 1980, and why we believe this organized government theft and nation destroyer must be shut down. The Refugee Act is a massive security threat because it is under UN control, it imports terrorists, and no one, not anyone, knows the costs. If you're concerned about the future of America and you want to join with us in telling Congress to shut this ripoff down, just mouse over the screen on your computer or tap your mobile device. Then click the icon in the upper right corner, and that will take you to our action page where you can send personalized letters to Congress telling them to shut this down. We've been making a direct impact on Congress for more than 5 years using this method, and when patriots like you join us and speak out, we can get tremendous results. I hope the facts I'm about to share with you will encourage you to speak out, too, using this system that we've developed to send personalized letters to Congress. Now, turning to the facts. Behind me is an image of the Westgate shopping mall tragedy. It occurred in 2013 in Kenya when Muslim warriors destroyed that shopping center, resulting in 80 deaths and more than 175 wounded. Obama is causing these people to come here who will also do this in America. Keep that in mind. Please, as it could be you who was lost while you're out shopping for a gift. First, let's look at who we are taking in as refugees. In the 1980s, America didn't take in any Muslim refugees from the Middle East or Africa. During the Bush administration, refugee resettlement was turned over to the UN High Commissioner on Refugees, or the program called UNHCR. By the time Obama came into office, 44% of all refugees were unvetted Muslims, primarily from terrorism-sponsoring countries. Today, more than 95% of the refugees are Muslims and they're unvetted, and the rest come from Cuba. That's no accident. That's caused by Obama. So let's turn now to the cost. No one knows what the cost is. A new report published by the Washington Examiner makes an estimate of the figure at $1.8 billion in annual resettlement costs, which works out to about $20,000 per refugee. Now get this, that's just for the cost of flying these warrior-aged Muslims into the United States, and includes nothing but the airfare. $20,000 per ticket. Imagine that. Most of the $1.8 billion in funding, in fact, goes directly to the United Nations, an organization which, as everyone knows, is controlled by the Muslim nations since there are so many of them. Here is the problem with these reports that we keep seeing. None of the figures that are reported include the welfare costs of supporting a Muslim who is dumped in the middle of, for example, a rural town in America. 30 days after the Muslim warrior sets foot in the United States, he hits the jackpot and is eligible for all federal, state, and local welfare programs. Think about how many programs that includes. Well, let's just name a few. Try food stamps, cash assistance, temporary assistance, rent assistance, energy assistance, Social Security, job opportunities for low-income individuals, social services block grants, and get this, Obama phones, so he can call his ISIS buddies who may be delivering suicide vests in Syria. We'd be here all day if I read the full list to you. And the politicians know that these unvetted Muslim warriors are a terror threat and want to impose Sharia law on all of us. Joe Biden's home state of Delaware takes in less than 10 refugees per year, and Washington, D.C., only 20. Rural towns in red states are being forced to take in hundreds. Can't beat that for a way to intimidate young teenagers who support Trump. The politicians who sound so altruistic about the unvetted Muslim warrior don't seem to want to live near them. They want these warriors in your neighborhood, not theirs. The FBI says the unvetted Muslim refugee population has been infiltrated by the Islamic State, also known as ISIL. Why is government not stopping this? Because Americans have not yet spoken up loudly and consistently enough to make the elected officials think we're serious. We have to get this program out of the hands of the UN and back in the hands of Americans. That's the solution. I'm not saying we shouldn't take in refugees. I'm saying that the decision as to who we should take in should be made by Americans using American law and American vetting processes and not the United Nations. We need to keep the pressure on the politicians to shut this program down as it is now. If you believe, as we do, that the America's refugee program is broken, costs too much, and is dangerous to continue, click the icon in the upper right corner of the screen, go to our action page, and speak out. This is Charles Benninghoff signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many, many blessings.
Tell Congress to repeal the Refugee Resettlement Ripoff and put this program back in America's hands. From our action page on our website, use the form to the right of the video to select a program and speak out to Congress. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, click the icon appearing now to go to our action page. Speak out today.
Satan can't make me doubt it. It's real and I'm gonna shout it. I was there when it happened, and I guess I ought to know.